Hello and welcome to TDF Exclusive. I'm Kavita Wai. In this exclusive one-on-one, we have the pleasure of having Dr. Vladimir Evseev joining us. He's from the Commonwealth of Independent Countries and the institute that represents that Commonwealth. Doctor, welcome to the TDF Exclusive.
Thank you very much. It was very nice to take part in this terrain forum.
Okay, your specialty, I understand, is in the military field. Can you expand on that more for us as to what type of specialty that means, military-wise?
No, yes, I am at first a military expert. Now it is very difficult situation in the regional regards to Iran, and it's very serious engagement in Ukraine crisis. So it is situation dangerous. And for me, it is very good idea to cooperate between Russia and Iran, because for Russia, Iran is friendly country. It is difficult to find now friendly country, not only far, on post-Soviet territory too. No, for example, Armenia. Armenia is ally, and we have to support together. But unfortunately, when Prime Minister Nicola Pashinyan became to his office, the situation became worse because it is problem of trust. But problem of trust not only between President Vladimir Putin and Nicola Pashinyan, problem with the leadership of Islamic Republic of Iran. Problem of trust, and sorry, we cannot full support, but at the same time, Armenia look a lot of the West. It is not comfortable for Moscow, for Tehran.
Well, when it comes to the relationship that exists between Russia and Iran, it's obvious that that is a very close relationship, one that was cemented when the partnership agreement that was signed very recently with Dr. Pezeshkian. In terms of the military aspects of that partnership agreement, which if I'm not mistaken is a 20-year agreement, can you tell us what type of military clauses or agreements were in that agreement that was signed?
For a long time, we was on the level of strategic dialogue. And January this year, we signed our leadership, President Vladimir Putin, President Pezeshkian, signed agreement for strategic partnership. But it is easy to speak, easy to sign, maybe easy to ratify, but it is necessary to realize on practice. When I prepared this agreement, from Russian side, different experts, one of them, speaks that it is necessary to have more close cooperation. More close cooperation, for example, from my side, it was very important to support from Russian side this anti-aircraft system for Islamic Republic of Iran. It is very important. But at the same time, when this look into agreement, compare with agreement 2001, not very different in political side. In military political side, now we have on the level of strategic dialogue. For go ahead, it is necessary additional agreement, additional activities. No, for example, for Islamic Republic Iran, it is very important to receive the Russian fighter Su-35. In my view, but this pilot of this Iranian pilot finished prepared to Russian Federation. So maybe it is necessary to more active to pass this fighter to Islamic Republic of Iran, because it is important in this regional when Israel is very negative and activities against Islamic Republic of Iran. Remember on October, for example, last October. So in my view, it will be a good idea if Russia activities is more active was in military technical side. At the same time, Russia have very good experience in military field, and maybe this helping Iranian troops more ready to be for new war, because now war in Ukraine, it is modern war. This is very different from another. Of course, Iran have very achievements. For example, drones and missile, but for them, how to use it on practice. It is maybe a good idea to use Russian experience. Russian experience that Iranian troops will be more ready to real activities, more effective na line of front. So in my view, and you know that we have a mutual training. No, at first, we were speaking about Navy. Navy, not only Russia, Iran, and China. We organized training Navy in Oman Gulf. But maybe it is necessary to look in another troops, for example, ground troops, for example. Maybe it is air forces. So it is necessary extension. If we will be more active developing cooperation in military technical side, we may be speaking, of course, we are really strategic partnership. But unfortunately, like expert, I may speaking about only level strategic dialogue, unfortunately.
The relationship that exists between Russia and the U.S. is one that is defined, it seems, by the different U.S. administrations that come on board. We are seeing how the U.S. President Donald Trump is very receptive to ending that war on Ukraine and to actively engage the Russian president on this matter. How would you view the way that Donald Trump, the U.S. president, has approached Russia in seeing how there could be a resolve towards this conflict, which is years now long in terms of when it began?
We have optimistic and pessimistic in the Russian side, in Moscow, for example, about prospective Russian-American cooperation. Some of them think, of course, we made to very quickly development. It is incorrect. It is maybe understanding what the situation with embassy. A Russian embassy in Washington, D.C., American embassy in Moscow. It is not stuff. A Russian side cannot to come back this building and others, not come back for the United States. So a lot of speaking, several meetings, on the level on this, for example, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sergei Lavrov, and State Secretary, for example, but not progress. But at the same time, speaking that our cooperation will be becoming, maybe no. It is very difficult dialogue between our country. I hope that today will be telephone speaking between the President of Russia, Vladimir Putin, and President of the United States, Donald Trump. But think that it will be development very quickly, unrealistic. You know that on February this year, some people think, of course, on March, Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump meet and solve problem of Ukraine. That's unrealistic. You know that now is May, and Donald Trump cannot meet with Vladimir
Why
Putin.
hasn't there been a breakthrough there? Because it seemed like there was one, and we were working to, or they were working towards one. But now it's not that way. As a matter of fact, many are saying that the U.S. is withdrawing itself from the way that it mediated when it came to Russia and Ukraine. But something has happened that the U.S. Is now not as aggressive to try to get the mediation back to the way it was doing it aggressively before.
If the Russian Federation was like Ukraine, that signed agreement on resources, of course, we may be developing, but really not development. The Russian Federation became the tools of the United States. But the Russian Federation, like Islamic Republic of Iran, is independent country. We realize independent policy. So, if, for example, Donald Trump want to stop in the war on conditions of Ukraine, conditions of the West, we cannot support Donald Trump. It is necessary to think about Russian national interest in too. You know, the Russian constitution, for regional of the Ukraine, Donetsk, Lugansk, Kherson, and Zaporozhye regional, it is a part of Russian Federation. So it is more realistic speaking, of course, come back this territory, after then we may stop in war. We are speaking about Russian constitution. In the United States, constitution is very high law. It is necessary fully realize any decision in constitution. Russia same situation. So if, for example, this region, including Russian Federation, is not necessarily empty. So in my view, Russia will be continue independent policy, sometimes find compromise with the United States if it is possible. But for United States, majority problem is that Russia and China became near and became to this celebration the victory. Leader of China, Xi Jinping, visited Moscow. Mm-hmm. It was very close cooperation.
That's right.
maybe take decision. Now we have information about what to take this, what decision. But at the time, dialogue continue. Next time, Russian and Chinese leader will be meet in China. It's at the end of August, maybe beginning of September. No, this on this framework of summit of Shanghai Cooperation Organization. And the leader of President Masoud Pezeshkian will be part of this meeting too. And for the United States, good idea if between Russia and China creating obstacles that we cannot good cooperation.
What kind of obstacles do you think that U.S. is doing?
For example, that Russia cannot support China in political field. China cannot support Russia in economy. An economy that turnover will be down, so for United States, majority problem not Russian Federation, but in my view, not Islamic Republic too. Majority problem is China. So if, for example, the United States want to accumulation pick up resources against China, it is necessary to find compromise with Russian Federation, with Islamic Republic of Iran. Now we saw these activities. For us, it is necessary understanding. It was not really friendly behavior. Friendly behavior may be from Russia to Iran, from Iran to Russia. It is impossible friendly behavior between Russia and the United States and, for example, Iran to stand. I don't believe. So it is only aim, create additional problems, bilateral cooperation, as well as between Russia and Iran too. So for us, it is obviously a reply. It is to be close, to find opportunities, better cooperate. It is find opportunities to solve problem. We have very good experience. Of course, now Iran go away from Syria, but for a long time, Russian-Iranian military cooperation in Syria, stabilization situation. It is helping for people of Syria. People of Syria have peaceful. We may cooperate in other places. For example, in Afghanistan, maybe in South Caucasus. So if we friendly country, we may to cooperate, we have to do. So in my view, it is necessary, not bad. What is cooperation between Russia and the United States? Okay. Between Iran and the United States. It is necessary to cooperate between Moscow and Tehran.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one last question because we're fresh out of time. If you could answer it very briefly. In your opinion, did Russia win the war in Ukraine, and for it, therefore, to have the upper hand, to have the cards, as the U.S. President Donald Trump said repeatedly, that Russia holds the cards when it comes to talks with Ukraine?
Russia wants to stay Ukraine crisis, but unfortunately, Ukraine have to only stop in for time. It begin war in the future. For Russia is very bad. Okay. So I hope that Russia will have victory, but victory not particular, full victory on Ukraine direction.
Okay, I wish we had more time. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Dr. Vladimir Evseev, Commonwealth of Independent Countries Institute, thank you for taking the time to talk to and participate in this TDF exclusive. Thank you.
Thank you very much for my people from Tehran. It is very happy to visit this new country.
It was our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.